Hello and welcome to Zen Plays Games Badly. We are live on the PS5. I know there's no camera. But baby steps, alright? We're at least mostly back. So welcome to those of you that have remembered that this channel exists and have seen the notification, and welcome back. What are we doing? Losing the game at the moment. Right, we are playing Jurassic World Evolution, mostly because it's kind of a non-thinky game, and basically it's a chance to do a bit of talking, plus dinosaurs. It's not to like. So, I've played this game a little bit. I have completed Chaos Theory, I completed the campaign mode. I could just hit continue, but I think let's take on a challenge. Say, there doesn't seem to be kind of an order to these, but I'm kind of guessing that the order in which they are placed is the order of difficulty. So we're going to start at the top. It has a part time of 3 hours. Maybe not. Let's just dive into a sandbox mode. That's a bit better. We can... we don't want creative, do we? Presets. I'll have all buildings. Now, I've not played this version. So we will see what the sandbox mode is like. And if this doesn't work, we have a whole bunch of stuff on PlayStation 5 that we can go and have a crack at. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I've wanted to show you, but we just haven't managed to stream. But now we can, so we're going to. Very pretty, this game. I suppose one of the things you do spend a lot of time doing this is actually just looking at the dinosaurs. They're cute. Wonder if we'll get any kind of intro. It's a medium size park. The park is indeed closed. It's a funny size park. Does this mean I can choose where we start? Now, I do appear to have unlimited money. Oh, this will be easy then, won't it? So if we had unlimited money, 5 we can choose any of the arrival points. Quite partial. Max per level. Okay. Coming in by helicopter. So we could put it in the centre of the park. Kind of means easy transport everywhere. I think I'm going to do that. So one of the things that I've kind of wanted to have a crack at building is, and being as, I could break out, but not going to, is a kind of free wild area. So we could use this, because this looks like we've got a little pinch point here. And being as money is no object, that is going to be where we're going to start. Loud. So I don't know whether or not that came through on stream. If it did, I apologize. Right. So, kind of the idea is going to be that we're going to kind of practice on this before we attempt those challenges. And one of the things that I want to do is that there is a whole bunch of herbivores that will quite happily play together. Now, the carnivores will not play together. Some of them will, you can kind of get, but you know, and if I suppose we could actually build a fighting arena, couldn't we? Put an Indominus Rex in with T-Rex and watch them fight to the death. We all know who's going to win that one. Clearly going to be Indominus Rex. 3 dinosaurs exactly, Delirium. We are going to just skirt around this area. Is bigger than I thought it was. The money's unlimited, so you don't actually have to worry about kind of pesky things like people and what they want, which is always tedious. Because people are just tedious, just in general. You know, nothing gets so much in the way of actually building a park. The Indominus Rex probably wins versus the T-Rex, yes. Here we go, right. Okay. So, having done that, we now need to make sure that people can see the dinosaurs. And so, obviously, the way to do that, if I can find it, is going to be with the little glass balls. So weirdly, I can't build a gyro station because it has to be researched first. Interesting. Money is unlimited, but we have to research the gyro station. For which we need 500 guests in the park. Well, I guess that plan is going to have to wait then, isn't it? We should probably think about having some house. This is where I'm going to find that I'm going to have to research the whole lot. Right, okay. Change of plan, unlimited money, but we are limited by research. Okay. Research. Operation. Call center. Control center over here. It's not as pretty as the massive attraction. So it can live over here. And then we'll just kind of attach the scientists' stuff to the back. Science Center. Go. Science Center. And we are going to want expeditions. Somewhere. No path to go. Yeah. It's alright, we need some object. We could build an exit path, but that would. Yeah. And then are in the centre. Et voila. So, now all we have to do is connect this path over here. Bonk. Take it to there. Excellent. Right, so first off, let's find out what we have access to before we build our first enclosure. Stick this out of the way, especially since we can now kind of produce things via airlift, so I might just move it later. Which kind of really makes things much more useful. But I still kind of put a little guard around the top, even though I don't need to, because the number of times you accidentally press the wrong button and end up needing to chase dinosaurs down through the path. It's a kind of, you know, be aware that you play these games badly kind of thing. Huh? Right. What can we make? Absolutely nothing. Right. So, let's recruit us some staff. Money's no object. So, what have we got? Right, well, we've got a 5 in welfare. And we get a 5 in genetics. We need a 5 in logistics. Come on. Oh, give me something good in logistics. Seriously? 2 is the best you got for me? Alright. Okay, so who has the highest maximum logistics? Right, it's going to be you, even though we're probably going to have to sack you. How many others that's... No. 1 across the board. You're not very useful, are you? We need the higher logistics, so let's get him, and we'll worry about the rest of it. Too many humans in your dinosaur game. At the moment, we've got no dinosaurs, which is a small flaw. Nasoceratops and a Dilophosaur. Ceratosaur, Struthio. We're not getting Struthio minuses, they're annoying. What else have we got? Ceratosaur. I might have to get Struthio minuses because they're cheap. Amargasaurus. I don't know what you are. Let's get you. Right, so while that is happening, stop trying to view fossils, we haven't got any. Right, view research. Small herbivores. Alright, that is gonna take some getting. That's gonna take some getting. Okay. Oh, it's going to be a long time to unlock any of these dinosaurs. Come on. Alright. Right, unlock any of this stuff. Okay. Guest comfort. We don't really care about guest comfort. Staff center. Marine logistics. And I think the only scientist we have left has insufficient skill. We can open the doors. There's nothing for them to see. But let's start. Let's start with a couple of pens. They're all going to go anyway. It'll save us having to have to airlift them. We do nice and big. Might as well go all the way to the back here. It is just a rough outline. In theory, you should really leave like enough space for a vehicle, but I'm like, why? There we are. Easy. Viewing gallery, because apparently the people want to see the dinosaurs. One there. And the reason we need the people... Ooh, snow! Of course, it's Canada. As long as that's not actually a snowstorm, we'll be alright. Good to know for like future playings of the game. Ooh. New attraction available. Being as money is unlimited, is there any reason not to open the park? I mean, nobody's going to come, but it seems pointless not having it open. What are we going for? So we are going to want some water. Ah, a little bit of water. Ah. So let's view those fossils. Ah, look at that. That is a big, chunky dinosaur. And also apparently real easy to make. So we're going to do that. And while that is doing, who else can we send off? Dilophosaurs are also quite cheap. Off you go get me some Dilophosaurs. This should be big enough for the castle. Be fine. It'll be fine. We won't put them all in the... Well, maybe we will put them all in the same cage. So we've opened the park and nobody's come because we've got no dinosaurs. So that's at least good to know. We could pretend like we care about the guests. But being as we have to research absolutely everything, maybe not. Response facility we've got... Ooh, got a different style response facility. And staff center. But everything is working according to plan. Being as all we're doing is waiting, I'm just going to speed the game up a little. Because otherwise we're just going to be waiting for little blue bars for the whole of our time. Which doesn't sound too great. Fossil extraction complete. Excellent. Right, so you research. What can you do? Can you get me a staff centre? Yes, excellent. Get me a staff centre, otherwise you will have nowhere to rest. Right. Ooh, do you know what? Do you know what would also be good in these things is gates. So the response team can actually get there. Wait, where is? Ah, there you are. How many do you need? Yay, we actually have enough. Match size 2. Good looking dinosaur. It's a lot for all staff are busy.
I'm Dr. Kajal Dua, and while you're keeping an eye on the dinosaurs, I'll be keeping an eye on you. The park is coming together, but we can always use more infrastructure. New buildings and upgrades keep us current and ready.
Okay. But on the one hand, I didn't ask you, and on the other, I absolutely didn't ask you, and on the third one, I didn't ask you. So if you could kindly off in the direction of over there, that would be grand. Oh, young scientists. Look, I've got unlimited money, it's fine. Yay, we can improve stuff. Right, because all my stuff are useless. We got a whole 1 dinosaur. Oh, I need that as well. Right, we have unlimited money, so go have a nap, go have a nap, go have a nap. And let's recruit some new scientists. Come on, we've got to have somebody with some logistics. I might hire this guy just because I'm beginning to feel sorry for them. Oh, Olivia, female, I guess. Because, like, also they're kind of cheap. But we need more logistics. Maybe you? Okay. Right, go get me 4 dinosaurs. Oh, maybe we will have to have a spooky on minus. What's over here? Ceratosaur. Can't remember what you are, but go get me one anyway. What do you mean staff? Oh, I told them to rest, didn't I? Okay, yeah, you're making me a dinosaur. Probably tell you to get another one. Ah, don't have enough. Kind of the problem when, you know, you are setting out in a field that nobody has been able to research because basically dinosaurs didn't exist. Release. Watch the nice little release video. That's such a funny noise. Oh, it's such a funny dinosaur.
Well, what have we here? It's an Amargasaurus, according to the paperwork I have in front of me. Another interesting factoid. Its long neck meant it probably liked to feed on the taller branches of trees and such. At least that's what it says. Guess we'll find out, huh?
Well, I mean, apparently what it is missing is ground fiber. Okay. So, when you're ground leaf, so ground fiber. So, unlike kind of previous games, where you basically only had kind of herbivore feeders and non-herbivore feeders, you now have kind of a different types of grasses and that kind of stuff. So, where is he? Missing ground fiber. Well, if you left this bit, you'd be okay. Right, we can make another one of those. Let's have another one. Not very fast, them dinos, aren't they? Right, let's get something. Ah, I remember what Ceratosaurs are. We should be able to get ourselves a Dilophosaur. It is quite punk. All that sticky up spikes at the back of it. Right, are you out? Are you out? No, not yet. Studon. 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 There we go. Stay out. One egg! Oh, we need more. Okay. Right, are you happy yet? Also, these things are really well camouflaged. Because compared to the kind of colour of the grass. It's also not as big as I kind of imagined it would be. So that's its territory. And that is the territory in which it is looking for its needs. And its needs you can see on the left. So cohabitation, that's how many other species that it can play with. Population is how many of its own type it needs. Percentage of ground fibre is how much food that it's got. That will change depending on the type of animal. Forest is how much forest it needs. Every dinosaur pretty much needs some level of forest. And obviously water. Again, every dinosaur needs some amount of water. So, let's go and see if we can hire a scientist that is slightly better at logistics. Ooh, there. Nice. 5 in logistics, thank you. Not view fossils, but also view fossils. Oh no, it's been done. Right, let's have a look. We should have got some automatic dinosaurs. So there's a Parasaur, Noceratops, Ceratosaurus, Nodosaur, we're still. I'm going to eventually get Struthiosaurus. Ooh, Parasaurolophus and the Coria. So that probably do us quite well because there's 2 dinosaurs in that. Oh, Amargasaurus is complete. We can open this gate. Yeah. I am going to clear the forest out of there. Because then that allows me to zoom in. Okay, new viable genome, Dilophosaur. The delightful Dilophosaur. Right, so Ashford, if you saw there, has a red line. That one. That's because he needs to rest. Now, for some reason, rather than it just costing salary, that is, they're not available, it also costs you extra to rest them, which is slightly frustrating. So it is something that you have kind of got to be aware of. No? I don't know why I'm bothering putting stuff in for gas. Because we have unlimited money. So it's kind of irrelevant. I don't need to be worried about getting my star rating up massively. However, there will be some dinosaurs that we can't get without having a higher star rating. So, swings and roundabouts. And a good way to get your star rating up is to absolutely do the bare minimum. Like a lot of these games, Teletopsis. All you have to do really is follow the instructions, and it'll all kind of come together relatively easily. Again, I'm working on the basis that I'm probably going to take these things down. Right, so food and drink. That's food, that's drink. Let me just show you how the configuration options work. So it has become a bit more kind of theme park style game. So we click configure here, we can choose what type of building this is going to be like. At the moment it's selling donuts. So we could choose it to sell steaks. Those are the only two options. We can research more. Steaks, you'll notice, not very interesting. So we'll stick with donuts and we're making a profit. Not a lot, but some. We can also improve by adding some of these modules. Now these cost to have, so putting them in without checking is not always the same as planned. Now that was a storm warning. So we open our shelter. We've only got these dinosaurs to worry about, so really not a problem. I don't know what kind of storm this will be. I'm going to guess some sort of snowstorm. But some of the twisters that you can get absolutely rip out your car, rip it to pieces. So it can be, needless to say, quite frustrating. So it's always a good idea, if you can afford to, is to keep a oh, I haven't built one. I should probably do that. A ranger station available. Let's build us a ranger station. Operation response facility. Yeah, we're gonna need one. We're gonna need not just one. We are gonna need a lot. So we are not massively planning our part very well. So what you need the ranger station for is that they will kind of do all the work for you. Oh, we have to research the paleomedical facility. Probably should do that. So the paleomedical facility does what it says on the tin, really. It is the hospital for dinosaurs. Useful because it does kind of do a lot of automatic stuff, which does make life a lot easier. I've got to research this? Yeah. Okay. So, Ranger Post. What the Ranger Post will do I put it here and assign a ranger team. No MVU because we don't have the... So these will come and do checks on the dinosaur. And it will tell me whether or not it's unhappy, whether or not it's hurt itself, that kind of thing. Which, very useful, means you can organise places for them to be, send them off places. Also, it tells you if they need anything, which really does save time and take a lot of the guesswork out of it. So we're going to build an enclosure here for the Dilophosaurs. Now, one of the real frustrating things is because of the way in which pathing works, I have found that it is much easier to kind of put the galleries where you want them in relation to the path. And I kind of, didn't quite get that one right. So let's just have straight. Putting the path not connected. But then, what we can do is we can connect this without needing to take it apart again. Now, the Dilophosaurs don't need as much. There we are. Undiscovered ailment. It has started. So my guess will be that that's some sort of snow burn. Easy to fix once you've got a paramedical facility. There we are. That's out of fuel. Fill that. Get my park up and running again. And close that gate. And close the emergency shelter. One of the other frustration things is that when there is an emergency like that, it absolutely tanks your star rating, which in turn, release by air, which in turn absolutely tanks your money. So a storm like that can and has can wipe you out. So it's always a good idea when you've got a ranger team to just have one ready and just repair fences. Don't repair buildings, just repair fences. That will then make sure that you can get your park open sooner rather than later, and make sure that actually you are still earning money. Now, I'm thinking this enclosure might be a little too small, but it's early days, so we will see. So, one of the things to watch out for is your dinosaur appeal.
Hey, my name is Isaac Clement, and it's great to finally meet you. I hope you're ready, because the dinosaurs can't wait to meet you too.
Thank you, Isaac.
This dinosaur, the Dilophosaurus, has a distinctive neck frill it can expand when it senses danger. It's also been known to spit into the eyes of its prey, blinding it before it goes in for the kill.
So we think. Anyway, so local dinosaur appeal. Obviously, the higher the number, the more appealing the dinosaur. Carnivores tend to kind of win that. People are more interested in going to see carnivores.
Transportation underway.
So here we go. It needs a little bit of forest and it needs some prey. Prey is going to be hard because I don't think we have unlocked the feeder yet. But again, it wants forest, which is why you kind of end up building the enclosures with all of the viewing down the bottom. Because you're going to have to fill the top in with forest.
Asset transportation complete.
It's got enough population. Is that enough forest? It doesn't look like it, does it? Okay, well, let's get on researching the animal feeder. Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay, that's alright. We've got the ceratopsids. What that gives us the Taurosaurus. That gets us the Kentosaurus. Let's have a look. What do we get carnivore-wise? Carnotaur. It's a good, cheap, early attraction. Ah. Let's get ourselves a Carnotaur. Right. Now, if we don't make sure that these enclosures are habitable, these little dinosaurs will start ramming. And the moment they start doing that, you kind of start running into problems. We could do, let's, gotta be a delete panel somewhere. There it is. Delete that, delete that. Then, fill this in with forest. Still missing forest. Now let's see. Because if you'll notice, the enclosure goes to the edge, but it hasn't expanded its territory that way. We are expanding its territory. Run around panicking for a moment. Right, so they are fighting. So by the look of all of this, there we go. That run out of power. So much nicer when we finally get. Missing forest. How much forest are we missing? Ooh, piscivores.
Asset transported.
We also need more water. You can, once you've kind of got them to a certain level. So the comfort is they are uncomfortable. Now a lot of that is going to be because, oops, I did not mean to do that. Because we don't have prey feeder. Let's just back down. We don't bring it down too much, because otherwise they will be invisible. So now they're missing open space and they need more area. Right. I should just, give up making my bigger enclosure. And take this. And then let's delete the forest. There they are. Dinosaur threat. Okay. They are going to start trying to escape. Because their comfort is too low. Okay, so what we can do to stop that because it's really annoying. They are broken through. If I add a ranger team, capture team,
Adding task.
I should then be able to get them to close this, then get them to tranquilize this. I should probably open this so that the guests have somewhere to. Hello. Sorry about the fact that my sound alerts aren't working. Which is slightly frustrating. But also, welcome. I will get that fixed. Look, let me just tranquilize this dinosaur. You, sit. Oh, they've broken through again. Early game troubles. Get complacent when you've got a lot of money. So, Gamma Yara, welcome to the channel. I hope you've had a good time. This is Zen Plays Games badly, very badly at the moment. In that I've lost all control over what the hell is going on here. You, right. So, we have now put a live prey feeder in, which should hopefully settle down the Dilophosaurs.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
Come on. Transport that into there. Ah, did that say content? Ah, there we are. Right, content. Got it. And then, of course, this one is non-content because it's not actually in its enclosure. Sit there.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Right. So, we've got a Corythaur, Parasaur, Corythaur. Look. Well, look, you are just going to have to do this one, and then I'll let you have a break. How's that? Because we're trying to get this park up and running, and the game appears to have started us much further down than we wanted. We need 500 guests in this. We can probably do that. Let's get ourselves the innovation center. While that goes off and sorts itself out.
Commencing asset transit.
So how has everybody's week been? It's been good? Had a good time? Why has my failed trombone not worked? I will get on that. That should have absolutely worked. But we will get on that. And I will also try and get that redeemed for you, so you don't lose out on your precious, precious silver. I can't even run it for you manually because I haven't set that up on my phone yet. For those of you wondering, it's because I am streaming from the PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 is in my living room, as opposed to at my computer, which is why we're not doing Ark, by the way, in case you were wondering. But I do still have all the Ark saves, so I may go back to it. Right, let's just change that. Are we going to be able to make any money here? That's not looking good, is it? I'll leave it as Gingerbeer for now. And see whether or not we can get the profits up. Oh wait, the reason it's not making money is because they're all stuck in the shelter because of the Dolophonoffs. Right, and I was building an MVU. Even with infinite money, this is a bit of a pain. Oh, Ranger Team 1 can't find its route to its destination. Can we all wonder whether or not that is because I have, in fact, failed to put a gate in? I think that it's failed to put a gate in. So they won't be able to get in. Yep, no gate. They could just fly over, like climb over the fence, guys. Come on. Be proactive in your job making. Injury treatment upgrades. Hey. Right. Let's find out. Will you play nice with it doesn't like sauropods or the Scorpius Rex. Hey, but it will play nice with Hadrosaurs, which is nice because that's kind of what our focus is going to be on at the moment. Warrior Thoughts with your Mimus. Ooh, that one because there's also Troodons in there. Troodons are quite good. I'm thinking maybe here for our fight here. Right, we are not making a dinosaur. We should be making dinosaurs. Do we have any dinosaurs to make? Ooh, not quite. 49%. We can do... Oh, no, we still can't, so it's still going to be you. I really do need to give that guy a break. Don't start. Don't start with the fact the roads aren't straight. Just don't. Okay, look. It doesn't matter what you do. Look at this. Look at this. Just look at it. Don't look at it. It's awful. Because straight roads apparently not a thing that. Look at that. Not a thing that this game does. All right. You can't build on a grid no matter how hard you try, and it's really freaking annoying. It's really annoying. Really annoying. Really annoying. If you're wondering what all the 5+ power is about this, is my plan over here, which we will get to as soon as we get 500 people in the park. So we have got 177. That's going in the right way. Those are now making profit, which is exactly what we want. So the next thing to build is going to be a hotel. I quite like these styles of hotel. Now, while it may be tempting to have your hotel kind of up here with everything else, it is, if you see the hotel, it comes with a set of radius. If you put the hotel somewhere where there is dinosaurs, so that people can actually visit said dinosaur, see said dinosaurs from their hotel, it's a much quicker way of getting people into the park. People want more shopping amenities. Well, I suppose that's fair because they don't actually have any. So maybe we should fix that. Small amenity. Shopping.
the thing about shopping is that they want to go shopping, but they don't actually want to buy anything until kind of you've really got a decent sized park. You are... Look, see, why won't you go there? Because it's obstructed by the park. And I can't go any further down because it's obstructed by that. So we're just going to have to live with it being slightly here. The only thing to do. I would dearly love to be able to make like a concourse, just to kind of fill the area with kind of wide paths, but I haven't been able to do that. So, action figures. Weirdly, hats. Right? Everybody loves a hat. So, everybody's walking around with Jurassic Park hats. But sadly, the models don't update. So these all in the white hard hats are scientists. The rest of them are people. They are the same model. So, you know, we might be in Canada, but same clothing. Few fossils. Ooh. Few fossils. Well, that was completely fine. I get it, you need a break. Fine. Apparently you can't work your scientists to death in this game. So, probably slightly annoying. We are still 1% short on both of those. But we can make a Ceratosaur. So, we are not going to make a Ceratosaur because we don't have any geneticists. But the theory is that we could, if we had scientists, that we could make Ceratosaurs. Oh, and we've unlocked flying reptiles. Ooh, and marine reptiles. Marine reptiles are cool because you can do things like mosasaurs. And like a single mosasaur has the biggest level of attraction that I have discovered so far. I know that that's a nice little island, but it is in the way. And one of the other things that I have... Yeah, exactly. Why is nobody wearing a jacket? Exactly. Nobody goes to a theme park and goes, you know what I need? I absolutely need a hat. Like, it is Canadian. It is Canadialand. So, you know, I could understand if we were selling woolly hats. You know, Jurassic Park woolly hats. That might kind of go well. What am I putting in here? Ceratosaurs. Bonk. No! I'm not deleting it. I'm not going to delete it. So, that path being yellow shows that we're actually getting quite a large number of people walking down it. That is good for the park. Not necessarily good for me. Now, if you're wondering why I clear the trees out when I'm only going to be putting them back in again, it's because of sparsity. So this is not all going to be forest. And some of the land will have, little plants on. And those little plants actually reduce the usable land by dinosaurs, which is quite frustrating. There we are. Because can we use 3 yet? Yeah, we can use 3, so we'll use that so we keep him back. Few fossils. No fossils. Goes the expedition. We're still getting through Theomimises. We could get more Trudons. Locked. We don't have enough staff to do that. Sauropelta and Deinonychus. We could up our Trudons. Now Ceratops, Dilophosaur, Poliophis, Gluteomimus. Pterosaurus. Alright, let's get one of them. So these ones basically means that we don't have enough staff to go. It means that the did he just say guest appeal low? Yes, of course the guest appeal is low. Got hardly any dinosaurs. Plus I don't care. Probably the me not caring that is more connected really. Hey, Malk. Welcome back. Thank you for the resub. Sorry, absolutely miles away. I don't have any of my alerts set up at the moment, but thank you. Welcome back. Also, congratulations, Malk. Hope everything is going well for you. Thank you very much for your 17-month subscription. 17-month subscription. For those of you that don't know, Malk and I started streaming at roughly the same time. Malk has got a massive channel, absolute massive channel. So if one of the mods could give Malk a massive shout out. Your tiny one must be amazing. I look forward to meeting the tiny one as soon as is practicable. Tiny ones are generically amazing. I found the other day, Malk, while randomly looking through photos, the photo of me and you playing that bug game, which name I don't remember, while my tiny one was asleep on the table. So I found that. I mean, you could absolutely be on a hiatus. It absolutely makes sense for you to be on a hiatus. But talking about my small one is so into streaming that yesterday I did with him his first ever not exactly live stream. So I have got a little video that I will be putting out somewhere, private to start with. Once it's all kind of edited and you know, it's doesn't have me going, you need to sit in front of the camera all the time. But they have even chosen a stream name, so their stream channel is going to be called Poison Star, or at least was as of yesterday. They are, of course, 5 and liable to change their minds depending on their whimsy, but that is absolutely fine. So, oh, you're on the FB page. Excellent. Once it's done, it's probably going to go onto a little YouTube channel, and I'm kind of just going to create stuff there for them so that they can choose, you know, whether or not they want to show their friends. So it'll be, you know, link only, but they can show their friends that they're on YouTube and that kind of thing. But you know, if that's what they want to do, then absolutely crack on. So yeah. For those wondering, we as a family, we don't put our small person out and about.
I'm Claire. I know it must be overwhelming.
Generally, where people might be able to run into it. So a lot of the stuff we have is kind of locked down to only family and friends that we know.
You'll understand.
So if you are a family and friend and are watching this stream and aren't connected on that Facebook page, let us know.
Well, they're all
if you're a rando, no.
Because of the horns and its head.
Basically.
It's called Ceratosaurus. It kind of looks like a slightly smaller T-Rex, but its bite is probably about the same.
Thank you, Claire. What's that?
Transportation complete.
Live prey feeder? They're both live prey feeders. What's the difference? Oh, well. Oh, what happens? So that's missing water. Yeah, no, that's fair. Weirdly, dinosaurs need water with which to live. So, what do you mean terrain constraints? Try to put water in. Come on. Right, now there's a pond. Are you happy?
Asset has been transported.
Yes. So, quick check. 996. So that's 996. 795. So we are actually slowly building up. We're getting better at kind of managing the size. Now, another trick. They do come in batches of 3, but if you can afford it, and being as we appear to have infinite money, always make more. Because they will die surprisingly quickly of old age. So I don't know quite how they work it out. There is also no way in-game that I have found of working out how long a dinosaur has left to live. So if anybody happens to know, please do let me know. One of my weird... Ooh, Parasaur is a carnivore. Nice. Frustrations with this game is that... I need 3, and none of them have 3. Can I train you yet? All my scientists are newbie scientists. And they're all going to need research. Alright, well, let's get that done, shall we? 5. Yes, excellent. So we'll train them up. And then hopefully we can actually have scientists that are useful. Yes, the higher percentage means that they will live longer. Lava cookies, you are absolutely right. Carbon dating. Carbon dating, isn't that what 2 librarians do when they want to go out? Carbon dating? No? It is, and I'm not bothered about length of actual life, but more, how do I know how old they are, and when they are likely to die. Oh, look, there we are. Expected lifespan 72. Age 1. So, apparently there's a data sheet at the end that I haven't seen before. Because making them live longer is not a problem. Knowing when they're likely to die is more useful. Let's send that off. We do need the sound effects for Sad Trombone. You're absolutely right. I mean, this is still technically a test stream, though. Because, you know, I only got the Elgato, Wednesday? And so I'm still kind of sound checking and testing sound and that kind of stuff. Just to make sure that it all kind of works. You know, I don't even have all of my overlays. I've just got the one in the top right-hand corner there. You know, there's not even, as there normally is, you may remember, simultaneous translations. So those are all yet to come back. Extra scientist upgrade. What was I doing? Does that mean we can add the extra scientist here? No. Can I add the extra scientist over here? No. Ooh. Right. You are working on fossils. You need to be going out and doing stuff. Argosaurus. Ooh, a lot of scientists. Coleophis. There is that big one somewhere up here. Deinonychus Taurosaurus. Shout out if there is any kind of particular dinosaur that you would like to see. I think that one we might need to go and do. That's Corythaurus, so that'll get us 2. Parasaurolophus. Do you know what? I probably could have guessed that, really. That Lava Cookies wants a parasaur. Taurosaur, Struthiomimus, Corythaur. Come on, where are you? Parasaur. No, apparently I can't. So, reminds me, we will send them an offer for Parasaur. Successfully raised to maturity. What are you? Right. Do not put them in there. Put them in there.
Asset to be
Oh,
collected.
another one.
Asset requiring collection.
Okay. So, we probably now want to... Yeah, we want to do this one. If we've got the scientists to hand. One of the weird things that you can now get is a zip line. I kid you not. Trapajara or dodos. Okay, yeah. Sarcos. I don't think that we get Sarcos, which is such a shame. And we don't get dodos in this game either. Also a shame, frankly. You know, we only get kind of these dinosaurs and a couple of ones that were made up, which is frustrating. I need more scientists. Hadrosaurs. Come on, scientists. I want the Herosaur. Don't know what the Herosaur is, but I want one.
Asset transported.
You know what? Maybe I could just speed the game up. That would make more sense.
Asset has been collected. Asset transportation complete.
The Dodo Rex. Oh man, do you remember the Dodo Rex? Just how stonkingly awful was the Dodo Rex? When we get back to it, it will actually probably be Dodo Rex time. But unless I can convince people to come and join me on stream, I ain't taking on that Dodo Rex by myself. It's not happening.
Transportation complete.
Expedition complete. Corythaur. Oh, that's process. Missing prey. Oh, right. So what I've done is I have put in a lot and have completely forgotten that they might actually want to eat. And they're missing water as well. There we go. So as you add more to the place, you will need to add more food and more water. I just tend to forget that. Okay. Let's head off this expedition. We were going for a parasaur. Mimus, Onicus. Parasaur is down here somewhere. Parasaur. 5. Can we do 5? So, rest. Okay, do we actually have any? We've got a Herasaur. What is the appeal of a Herasaur? 126. Weirdly, the Herasaur is not as appealing as the Ceratosaur. And we haven't got a complete Coreothor either. Oh, and the others are still... So, guess we're making a Herasaur then. Or maybe not. We don't have the scientists. Oh, we are... I thought we had just got 500 guests, but we do not. Coreothor. Yeah, so we'll get the Coreothor next time. So where are we gonna put the Herasaur? We could carry on here, maybe, kind of put in here. Kind of along here. We don't go too close to the edge here. And then, of course, you know, when we get bored, we can just put a gate in there and let them fight. Because that is how you sort out dinosaurs. So again, removing all of these. Because while they are probably going to want forest, we want forest to be here and be nice and tidy. Because that's how forest should be, is organised and where I want them to be. I wonder how long it's going to take me before I actually just cave and get power. Just stop that, it's annoying. The Dinosaurs. You volunteer Husby's distribute. Your Husby is absolutely welcome to join me on stream again. I would invite Elusive Elf back, but Elusive Elf does not like Ark. He's not a big fan of a game where basically everything tries to kill you and everything seems to take longer than he wants it to. But you know, did see Elusive Elf last weekend. We had an absolutely gorgeous time. Believe it or not, we played Halo Reach. We sat down together and successfully played Halo Reach. By successful, I mean he didn't murder me. Because of my inability to play the game. We also played a game called Overcooked. Now, let me tell you, folks of the internet, if you have not played Overcooked, go play it. It's currently out and free on a whole bunch of kind of, Xbox Game Passes or whatever. It is absolute nonsense. The same elusive elf who played 7 Days to Die on purpose despite being afraid of zombies. Yes. Elusive said that they would come back and play 7 Days to Die with me. And I would be tempted to do that, but I think we did kind of, rather successfully beat the game. So what we would have to do is kind of add our own series of stream rules to it. And I'm also very interested in stealing Mal Kitty's mod that they had on their stream, so that we can actually let channel points be used for things and not just money. Which I think would be a great idea. So the more you talk, the more money you have, which would mean that bears really would mean love. So that's the aim, right? So, what do you mean we don't? Oh, fine. Right. So in order to increase our park rating, we are going to have to do some of the kind of game stuff. There we are. Right. Parasol. Right. So you'll notice that they are not coming all the way down here. That's because people don't want to walk. It is too far for them. And I am of the opinion that they should just get good. Because you've just come to a park with dinosaurs, and your complaint is that the dinosaurs are too far away. Like, get over yourselves. But we can't actually put in benches and things. So it's not exactly all that friendly. All my staff are busy. Because what we're going to kind of go for is the monorail. I was kind of hoping that they would have something slightly better than the monorail, but they don't. Taxis or something. Yeah, because if you can see, my visitor count is falling. So they're unhappy about something. My guess is it's this. So you can improve some of this by just the simple act of building new paths. But, it's relatively straightforward, down and round. So what I'm going to do, even though I don't think we need it, they will suffer engine failures. Oh, okay. That's what the storm does. Do. Infinite money, it does matter. Probably does. I don't know whether or not you can actually, lose the park this way. So I'm just going to run this path all the way over here, because we've still got enough space for an enclosure there. Connect that, thereby giving people enough space to walk around. Now, we open that gate, and then no. All right, we're apparently. Will that just release them? No. But we want to release them, so we want the proper release. Here we are, parasaurs in the snow. See, I'm nice to my viewers. Remember to like and subscribe and all that jazz.
Okay, so this next dinosaur, the Parasaurolophus, has a flair for the dramatic, especially where its head is concerned. It has a distinctive cranial crest, which is used for added resonance in its vocalizations and to regulate its body temperature.
I like that they think it was used to regulate their undiagnosed ailment. Oh, wait. You don't have a what, sir? Here you. But I didn't sign you until you. Here we are. Mobile vet units, away! It's good to see that top hat. There we are. So as the storm comes, they should be able to go and check on that. And then we just need to check. Parasaurs are missing ground nut. Right, so ground nut. Ground nut. So it removes the stuff that's there and overplaces it with ground nut. Lonely. How many do you need? 4. We've got a population of 4. Right, so they've got enough ground nuts. Multiple dinosaur threats? What did I miss? Oh. I missed that. Repair the fence. You had task. Tranquilize that one. What are you upset about? Nothing. Okay. Tranquilize it. Look at it go, little Ceratosaur. Go for freedom! You can't swim, by the way. Go for freedom! Oh. It's because they have rabies. Injured, he swallowed a foam. Do you know what? I think that's your problem, mate.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Select the dinosaur. Okay, which one swallowed the foam? Injured, swallowed the foam. Right, what do we do? Misplaced possessions need to be extracted and returned to their owner or next of kin. Right, I guess we'll have to put them here. I'm going to have to trank it again when it gets put down. Right, so the parasaurs are happy.
Transportation underway.
Bonk. Oh, just the one then. And you scientists have a break, have a kick. Other chocolate biscuits are available, and we probably shouldn't say that anymore because Nestle are an awful company. And Kit Kat sadly are owned by Nestle. For those of you wondering why I happen to believe that, it's because of the way Nestle's business practices are used intentionally to hook people on their milk in the third world countries.
Asset has been transported.
So he's got the disease. Start research. Take a photo of the dinosaur with rabies. Okay. How do you do that? This direct control. So this is where you get to take control of the ranger station. It is really difficult to run over a person. Just so you know, like really difficult. Don't ask me how I know. Right, now, we're going to go try and take a photo of the thing with rabies. Now, rabies makes things short-tempered and thirsty. That foam, by the way, is coming from inside the dinosaur because it swallowed a fight. Which is such a nice touch. That one. Oh, no, that one? Yes. Okay, medication in progress. Head task. Tranquilize that one. Okay. I like that you can hear the ringing. Nestle are evil, Malkitty says. Yes, they do not have the best reputation as a company. At least in the case of ethical treatment of people. Not that there are many companies that are actually very good at ethically treating their staff or their customers, because companies don't care, basically. And if you do find a company that says that it does care, run, it's probably lying. The worst phrase you can hear is, "We are a family." No. Right, treatment pending. Let's go treat this dinosaur. Oh, the treatment hasn't arrived yet.
Commencing asset transit.
Right. Heal dinosaur, make pterosaur. Yes, I think that's what we're doing. We could, of course, not heal the dinosaur and just sell it, which is also a viable option, especially when you have more than one. 1, 2, 3, 6. Excellent. Let me get the monorail. Because the monorail is at least fun, and being as we are not going to get 500 guests before the end of the stream, we can at least get the monorail in, have a ride around the monorail, and call it a stream. There is no ethical consumption of the capitalism. You're absolutely right, there isn't. However, we can, as people, attempt to be ethical consumers. And while it's never going to be perfect, the only thing that companies do in fact care about is their profits. And where possible, consuming at least as ethically as possible at least sends a message to the company that is how we wish them to act. And it does work. We are seeing changes, especially around LGBT plus inclusion, where we are seeing changes around the use of green technologies, that kind of thing. Not perfect, but better than nothing. And of course, if we could all avoid capitalism, I would. But it's the society in which we live. And there's a whole bunch of people who will tell you, oh, well, if capitalism is so bad, why do you still participate in it? And the reason is because I like things like being alive. And the only way to successfully exist in a capitalist world is... I can't send him because he's... is to actually, partake. So where I do have an actual choice, because we don't all have actual choices, I intend to use my choice to make a difference. But yes, and I do mean actual choice, not just, it's all very well and good somebody in a high ivory tower saying do X. if you haven't got the money for it. So,
Asset transportation underway.
alright, so our park is beginning to build back up, dragging this away from politics. Because as much as I do like the sound of my own voice, we should probably at least be about the gaming. Yeah. Right, so we're going to make a aerosol. And when the science is done, we're going to make a little monorail. Which should improve access. That's great. Ooh, and we get 4 of them. Phew. No, I didn't check what was the matter with them. So a lot of them at this stage are going to come with problems. They're going to be aggressive, thirsty, hungry, whatever. But at this stage, we are just filling the park. So we are going to have to just accept, because money is not an option. Were money an option, we would be paying closer attention. Escalated rabies. We couldn't sell it even if we wanted to. So we've got the parasaurs in there. And look, just by putting in more walkways, people are travelling all over them. So these are the scientists who are kind of, they do really kind of clog up your park if you're not careful. So trying to make sure that they stay in kind of their own area, much more useful. So this is one of the other ways of really improving your park, is putting in restrooms. It's a very cheap way of getting yourself an extra bit of a star, and by choosing the restroom we get this little overview. So these lines show where there is enough restrooms for the number of people. So you'll notice that when that one I've just put in finishes building, that line should turn green. As your park expands, these gaps will get shorter. There we are. So it hasn't turned yet green, it's turned yellow. Probably because we are like generically just lacking in restrooms. So if we keep an eye out as we add restrooms. For those of you that don't know, a restroom is a bathroom, a public toilet. Ooh, it's going to need a power source. Gotta fix that. Just because it will annoy me. I'll put it there. At least in this version, they have produced a way of producing pretty power sources, so you can kind of do underground power, which is very nice. No, it's a small amenity, we don't have that yet. Guests. Restroom. So look, so we put that one down there, and it's going to turn all of that green. And you'll notice in the bottom right corner of your screen, as you're looking at it, you will see that there's a number of stars. Now, the more stars you have, the more money that you are making. That's the sort of your star rating of the park. Do not confuse it with the star rating for hotels, because it's got nothing to do with how many swimming pools you've got. Release via airlift. One of the only downsides of releasing things via airlift is that you don't get the cool
Acknowledging asset
walk
collection
out.
request. Asset collection request received.
Guess we should give it some food. So, as in earlier games, it is kind of a good idea to put the food in front of the viewing galleries. Same with the water, because it means that they are more likely to be seen by people, which is kind of what they're here for. It's a carnivore, so I'm going to guess it's going to want some prey. I tend to put the prey feeders out of the way because I don't think they look very nice. When you are releasing like this via airlift, try and scatter them around because it speeds up the rate at which they form a territory to cover your whole territory.
Asset transportation in
Alright,
progress.
resupply. And you'll notice that just by adding restrooms, we're kind of coming up to 2.5 stars.
Confirming asset delivery.
Now, what we have here is a Herrerasaurus. It's a carnivore and a spectacular addition to our dinosaurs. It just requires a little TLC.
A little TLC. What do you mean by that?
Transit has commenced.
What do you mean by a little TLC?
Delivery has been completed.
Go. What do you mean by a little TLC? I mean, there is enough. I think there is enough forest. So it is quite cute that they do get lonely. Good night, Malkitty. Have a great time, and remember, thank you for joining the stream, and remember that you are awesome. Thank you very much for being here. Have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you, more of you. And please do remember, people, if you are not following Malkitty, please do just pop over to her stream and like and subscribe to that. You won't regret it. 485. Right, I want to know whether or not you think you've got enough forest.
To some, this may seem inhumane. But when we let the dinosaurs fight, or when we manipulate them to, we gain a greater understanding of the animals. This research may eventually help us to better manage them.
So, we do let them fight. We could get involved in Trank 1. But essentially what they're doing is working out who is boss. We will come and heal up the loser. No, it's quite deep water there. Right, can you just get on with, telling me whether or not you need more forest? Please. So I can go build a monorail without you guys having a freak out and trying to escape. More forest, yes, no. Come on. All this forest up here. Ah. Good little Herosaur is exploring, heading north into the forest. Changes his mind. Well, I am just going to decide that that is enough forest for now. Now, what we do have is the monorail. Right. Now, this is an absolute beast of a thing to place. It takes so much space. And it is looking like I am going to have to... If I can shuffle it back. Yeah, I can shuffle it back. You do kind of end up playing like pixel by pixel. Yay! Right, it's going on there. Right, we're going to connect this to the path. Like that. We're going to put another one, another monorail station, right over here on the far side. At least we will have been fine monorail. Or is it under guests? It's under guests. Yeah. Ooh, right. So there should be a little space. Like, this is what I mean, where you sort of guesstimate that it should go in there, and it looks like it should go in there, but it just doesn't. So it's going to have to go over here. There we are. I'm moving it a little over, so that I don't have to mess about with the power. So that's 2. And I think I also want to put one up here. I know there's nothing up here yet, but I think we are probably going to be expanding that way. It's still under guests and getting them in now. You've also got to remember that you only make these kind of form part of a circle, and you ideally go on. Outside buildable area. This tends to be where things start to get frustrating. As you try to make the track connect where you think it should. So there isn't a way of kind of adjusting it. That's going to get too sharp. Is it too sharp? Go on. We'll go up here. What do you mean curve too sharp? You'll do the sharp curve over there. Yay! Alright, it's not the prettiest track, okay? So, yes, we are going through the dinosaur enclosures because this counts as being able to view them. So, it both increases your park's ability to it increases the ability of people to get around the park, which is absolutely great, because you kind of need to think that all of your people don't like walking anywhere. So let's just put this here. That's a backup generator. So, what we should now see, once this track is complete, especially if I build this part, and we can move these, and I might move that just so I don't have this weird S-bend here. So for those of you wondering, that tells you what kind of people you've got. So you've got general, adventure, nature, or luxury. And you can cater the park to different types. Luxury obviously brings you more money. But there is a level by which, yes, you can management all kinds of stuff. But also, I'm not here for the, shopping experience. I'm here for the dinosaurs. Give me dinosaurs. That's what I want out of this game. Right, now, will a Coreosaur hang out with a Parasaur? Looks like it. It's not saying it won't, but also not saying that it will. Well, let's find out. While we wait for the monorail to finish, it's still building over here. So the blue means it's building. Oh, hang on. For some reason that did not connect. You could have told me, like, streamer, you were right there. You could have just said, Zen, do you know that's not connected? And I would have said, well, thank you for telling me. Now it's in code too sharp. Hence me going, why is the train not running? Right, so we might even be able to get the hadrosaurs out before the end of the stream. I'm going to take all 6. Yeah? We should get a train running between these two. I think. Oh, no, not yet. Need the whole circle to be complete. Right, so now we've actually got more people down here, look, than we did before. Now, it's not, the people are more representative in this game than they are kind of in others like it, where you see the people go. That's where the people are going, as it were. But there's a person going into the back of that. There's a lady going in there, and she does not appear here. Every time I've looked at these, I've only ever seen one person. No matter how busy the area claims to be. There are a few kind of exceptions. So the Mosasaur's stand, which is kind of, or the fish stand, actually has more people in it, but they always seem to have people in it. So, vehicle under threat. You could respond to it every time, or you could just not bother. Because they will... The meat eaters will just attack the vehicles. That's just what they do. The vehicles are mostly okay. Every now and again a T-Rex will destroy one, but it's really nothing worth worrying about. Right, where are we? We're waiting on this, aren't we? I should probably have one of these. What are you? Dinosaur. Alright, grab one of them. Takes a lot to get, so probably quite good. Digest these last bits. Dinosaur has raised to maturity. Now, one of the useful things about herbivores is... Oops, should have stayed down here. Here's a Coriathor. They are noisy.
Owen may come off as a bit of a free spirit, because, truth be told, he is. But he'll also tell you the truth, even if you don't want to hear it. My advice? Listen when he speaks. Owen has the experience, and he spent more time face to snout with the dinosaurs than just about anyone else. And he lived to tell the tale. And brag about it.
This dinosaur, the Corythosaurus, is a duck-billed animal that looks like it's wearing a helmet. I mean, check that thing out. I wouldn't want to butt heads with it.
Cool. So the Coriathor is nice and content. We unlock a whole bunch of research by their release. Hopefully this is now done. This looks done. Yeah, alright. So, one of the things that you can do in this game, which is kind of cool, is all of the rides, all of the attractions, allow you to just straight up get on them. Now, the monorail is a little slow to start. It should go any minute now. I don't know whether or not it waits for people. Or just runs at a certain time. Here we go. But you can kind of ride around your park. And kind of get the same... It's not quite the same view because you are slightly floating above the cab. But you can get a real appreciation for the scale of the park. It doesn't feel like it's going quickly, but it is covering quite a bit of area. You also get a real nice look at the contours. And this is why we make sure that the rails either go near or look at the dinosaurs. Because as the monorail moves around, it increases dinosaur visibility. Increasing dinosaur visibility is one of the key measures that helps your star rating go up. And if you have a look, all we've got, remember, is one hotel, 3 kind of amenities. We've got a shop, a drink stand, and a hat stand. But we're still at 3 stars, and that's just from dinosaurs and restrooms. Restrooms seem to be the sort of the key, the sort of shortcut. Every game has one that is always slightly more overrated. Now we could probably do a little bit more than that. There's the Herosaurs by adding more storm shelters. Storm shelters seem to be also the other thing that sort of nudges your star rating up. You can probably make it all the way up to a star rating of 4 just on dinosaurs and monorail with bathrooms. But anything after that, you are going to need shopping centres and amenities and that kind of stuff. And really, if you're playing on a version of this game with money, where you're looking to raise money, the amenities can make a lot of money. There was one that I got in the last game that I played that was basically making 64,000 all by its little self, which is really nice in a game where you're making something like T-Rex, which costs just shy of 2 million to put together, not just about the research. So this is the weird snaky S-bend, but there we are. There are the Hadrosaurs settling down into their new homes, and this is what I mean, is that all of those will go together So my little plan for the end of the island is going to be to put all those over there and then just put a park tour, which is like this but on the ground. But that is clearly going to be for the next stream. So thank you very much for being here. I'm going to call it a day here. We are going to go off and raid somebody, probably, if I can remember how to do that. So first I'm going to have to find out whether or not there's anybody online that I follow that might be worth a raid. Who have we got? Well, there's favourite friends who we haven't seen in a while. They're down at the bottom with one playing Dead Space, or it's Dead by Daylight. Basically, unfortunately, all of them that we follow are playing horror games. So apologies for that. So we're going to go off and raid favourite friends. Thank you very much for being here with me. And remember, I've been Zen, you've been awesome. Good night. Good night.